Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 270 of the official podcast, the only podcast in the world where we've had such varied guests as PewDiePie and a conspiracy theorist guy. There's a lot of guests in between as well, and this week we've got another one to add to the mix, Jonathan, J. Aubrey. How's it going, man?
It's going good. Thank you so much for having me.
No, it's awesome having you here.
Yeah, it's surreal. Like I said, I've been listening for a very long time, but it's really cool. I've always wanted to be here, and I appreciate you giving me the time.
Absolutely. No. Do you think that you fall closer to like PewDiePie or the conspiracy theorist on our guest spectrum?
The scale, yeah.
Probably the conspiracy theorist. Who did you have on that was the conspiracy theorist?
It's actually a somewhat sad.
It's a very
really
fucking
okay. We're not
sad
getting into it if it's sad. And I thought it would be fun, but that's okay.
No, it was not. It was dark. It was really dark.
You don't want to be close to that end of the scale. Go back to what the PewDiePie
We'll take it back then. Yeah,
Jonathan. I'll just say he was the second person to ever die after coming on our show. So we have a track record.
So the other one being McAfee, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Good guess.
Because I've heard that one. I remember I used part of that in my John McAfee video. I remember because I had to listen to as many interviews with him as possible.
Again, I want to reiterate. Yeah, he could have faked his death, so we're not sure.
He could have, yeah.
And we thankfully managed to get an interview with him as he was holding someone at gunpoint in the back of a taxi in Brazil or something like that.
What?
Yeah, that was part of his story. Remember, he was in a taxi and someone found out who he was and he had to pull a gun and tell him not to do things.
I don't remember that at all.
I forget that, but that is, I mean, I'm not surprised. That sounds about right.
I remember Andrew. He was on the show for like 30 minutes, and the amount of stories that came out of that episode, we could write a book out of.
I know. The one I always remember, though, is he was like, I was, taking a taxi, and the guy saw me on the phone, and he was like, is this you? And I was like, here we go again. And he pulled out a gun or something and had to, like, tell him not to turn him into the police.
Yeah, that's right. He was worried that the taxi driver was going to turn him in.
Yeah.
My favorite part was, I don't remember what we asked, but completely unprompted, he goes, first of all, I want to say I did not kill that guy.
I do remember that. That was towards the beginning, too, I think. He was very excited to let that rip, I guess. Just set the record straight.
That's probably how he started every conversation in real life.
And I remember being a little upset because I guess I should have clarified with his wife, who was our correspondent, that I wanted like an hour-long interview because he left after half an hour, and I never even got to asking if he actually did let prostitutes shit in his mouth. And now that secret dies with them.
We didn't get to that, but he did reveal that he didn't actually have sex with a whale, so we at least got one.
We got the important question.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I always thought that was like a joke that he was like tweeting about, but with him, you really never know.
Yeah, see, if anyone else put that tweet out, I'd be like, oh, ha, funny. But with John McAfee, it was, well,
yeah,
maybe.
Yeah. Anything can happen. I believe the shitting in mouth thing too, just for the record.
Oh yeah,
I also believe that.
I believe most things I hear about that man.
Plus that secret didn't die with him. Kai, I'm pretty sure the prostitutes still remember. Maybe.
Yeah, you could bring them on the show, maybe.
Yeah, putting out an open call to any prostitutes who served their time with John McAfee. Reach out.
Or anyone famous. If you're a prostitute and you fuck someone famous, let us know. That'd be fun.
Especially if they're shitting involved.
Yeah.
Who doesn't have a scat fetish? That'd be cool to get to the bottom of it.
Right. Which celebrities are big at the moment? Jonathan, you might know since you probably got your ear to the ground on most things.
Yeah. Wait, which one? Like celebrities that have scat fetishes? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it doesn't have to be a scat fetish, but I was just asking who's big at the moment that we could apply the scat fetish to, like without them. Really
just put it on them without. Yeah. They have to go on the defensive. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. You could say that about anybody. Mark Zuckerberg kind of gives me that vibe. Prince Andrew, you can tell.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe
everybody involved in the Dubai Port-A-Potty shit, definitely, Jackson.
What?
Was that something you want to bring up? You were very amused by
James
that.
Corden,
I think that should be your topic.
James Corden, yes. Absolutely. That man's whole career is a shit fetish. Anyway, the buy Port-A-Potty stuff, Kaya. You posted this in our secret Discord, like where we coordinate stuff. Tell us about it because I did find it pretty amusing.
Yeah, it is amusing as it is sad. Jonathan, have you ever heard of what a Dubai Port-A-Potty is?
I'm sad to say that I haven't, but I'm excited to learn.
All right, I'm going to post this in our Patreon as well. So what a Dubai Port-A-Potty is apparently, if you're a young lady in the West and you're an Instagram model or something, but you're not like rich enough or famous enough to get sponsorships from makeup companies and such, but you're pretty, you're like a bimbo, you can get in contact with Saudi royalty and they will fly you out to Saudi Arabia. And for the price of about like, I don't know, $20,000 a day, they will basically abuse you. They will take a shit in your mouth. They will make you fuck dogs and their sons. They will piss in your mouth and then they will send you home. Essentially. Jackson, did you have any favorite confessions?
It's not a bad deal.
No, just the entire situation. Most of them boiled down to the exact same, theme. Like they were flown out, like you said, to entertain some Saudi royalty. And just the amount of depraved stuff that they actually did for money is just mind-boggling to me.
All right, I have some confessions here. This is... So forgive me, but this is all in super broken English. These guys are so rich, hate their wives, and bored with life, they are willing to pay anything for their crazy canal shit fetishes. I don't know what that means. And I was crazy enough to expect the money. I had to be gangbanged and bukakied by over 20 Saudi royalty at once. Made 40K in 2 days, so it was worth it. I've literally been pissed on and shitted on so many times I just don't understand why they like it. After the third time you get shit on, you get used to it. I've had to have sex with a male German Shepherd dog in front of them. I've had to stick numerous objects in my ass and their asses as well. I've got paid to eat shit. I've got paid to get beat up. I've had to stick a live salmon in some 65-year-old man's ass. I've had sex with their 14-year-old boys to make them men. I've drank cups of cum. And I've smeared my face with their shit. So to all of you ladies who are going to bash me, I'm 24 years old and I have $1 million liquid in my bank account. I'm now retired and can have normal sex with whomever I want. Blah, blah, blah. So that lady is...
It sounded like a fun day at the circus until there was the 14-year-old boys. Then I wanted to leave.
Yeah. I mean, they go from like the wacky, like, ooh, put a fish in some guy's ass to just like it's just pedophilia straight up.
The fun wackiness of a salmon in my ass. That sounds great.
Well, it sounds like this woman doesn't think there's anything wrong with pedophilia as long as she makes money from it. Like as long as she becomes a millionaire.
That's fucking insane.
It seems like such a low amount of money to do.
I was thinking that too. Yeah, that is not near enough for any.
Well, you couldn't pay me $1 million to put a salmon up my ass. Like that would at least run like I don't know 10 million.
Well, we have higher standards.
For the annual pass to SeaWorld, maybe.
There's some desperate people out there. There's some depraved people out there. People who might like it.
Yeah, but she's already making like $20,000 from eating shit or whatever. Just keep doing that until you earn the $1 million.
Well, isn't the whole point that you're basically their sex slave for 20K? Like you have to do whatever they say?
Yeah, essentially. And also, I mean, obviously, once you're in that situation, they can just take your passport and make you stay there for as long. Like apparently some of the other confessions or like testimonials, they said, yeah, I flew there. And I changed my mind, and what they told me was, well, if you're not going to do this, then we're not paying you, and you're going to have to fund your own flight back home and shit, so, which, a lot of the girls apparently couldn't afford.
So wait, they don't tell them about, like, what they're getting into until they arrive?
I think they do. Like, I mean, I don't fucking know. You looked into this too, Jackson? Also, there's a corollary website to this called tagthesponsor.com, which is...
That's the one I mostly read, yeah.
Okay, tell us about that. I haven't looked into that one too much.
So these women obviously fly out to the Saudi Arabian royalty to partake in these fantastic sexual events, these extravaganzas, and the way that the Saudi royalty conduct their business is through Instagram. Usually, like they reach out to Instagram models or people that are hot on Instagram, and they offer to fly them out for these little sex holidays. But I never saw anything where they were like, fly over and I'll give you $20,000 to fuck a dog or stick salmon up my ass. It was mostly just like, I want you to eat my ass and then suck up my fart and hold it in like a bong hit. That was the worst one I found. But yeah, this site is basically like a museum of those messages, and I'm pretty sure they're from a fake person. Like, he's not actually solely royalty, so he just gathers these pictures of, I don't know, Instagram influencers agreeing to this, like to fly over for this money.
And it's like legit,
and then he posts them.
like, proof too, because he gets these girls to like admit on camera, basically sending consent videos like, "Hi, my name is whatever the fuck on Instagram, and I consent to flying to Saudi Arabia to have a man shit in my mouth," and then it's like censored photos of their passports and shit.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Yeah, they actually send him those videos of them admitting it, and also like their passports and stuff, and then he just posts them online. Well, why would you like you must be pretty like, they don't even look that desperate for money, that they don't look like homeless or anything.
How do they even like get
money?
No, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know how you can like get involved in this in the first place. Like, how does this present itself? Like, how do you get started in something like this?
Probably like a sponsorship email, like, "Hey, saw you worked with Raid Shadow Legends. How do you feel about flying to Dubai?"
I can see that.
Yeah, I bet they glamorize this shit, because if you go to these women's Instagram accounts, it's not like they post photos of themselves, having salmons in their vaginas. They post photos of themselves with like Lambos and at ritzy hotels, and like, "Oh, I'm hanging with Saudi royalty." They don't tell you the behind the scenes thing that like 17 men just pissed on her. But I agree.
But
it's like, you'd think that if you're a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10 model, you could kind of like figure out a way to make money in your own country in a healthy way, rather than have people shit in your face.
There are so many other options. Just like become a high-end escort. If you're that good looking, you probably find work, I assume. Or
just make an OnlyFans or something. Like, it doesn't
OnlyFans,
have to be this
OnlyFans.
complicated, dude.
True. Well, admittedly, I looked it up too. This was in 2019, so this was before the OnlyFans like blow up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That
True.
makes sense.
Oh, but
and
I'm sure it's still going
times.
on.
I think it's been going on since time began. Like, if there's rich enough men, then there's also going to be desperate enough women that will do anything for money.
Yeah, I don't know. We got to remember the level of like desperation here. We don't know how much these people need money. You know?
Yeah.
Or how much they don't care about getting shit on. Well, that was one of the things in that confession that you talked about then, Kaya, where she said, after the third time you get shit on, you get used to it.
Yeah, what if they've been shit on before?
Like, what about the third time? Yeah, exactly. Why does it have to be 3?
Yeah.
Well,
what it
break it down logically. We've all stepped in dog shit a couple times, and by like the third time, we're like, I'll just go clean my foot.
That's why you have to do it on purpose. It's like exposure therapy. Step in dog shit as many times as you can, and you won't ever get annoyed by it.
Just keep picking it up and shit. Yeah,
It's the level. It's like the level of fear where if you got like arachnophobia, you like sit near a spider and then you try to touch it and then you try to hold it. It's like first you step in the
Then
shit,
you stick it in your vagina.
then you pick up the shit, then you eat the shit, and by the end you're just done. You don't care. It's fine. Just shit.
Yeah.
And then you've tricked yourself into getting a boner every time you see dog shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, this does get sad. So,
Jesus Christ.
Of course,
so the thing also
thing
being
is
already
Yeah.
So, Jonathan, you have made a career online about making like these 30-minute documentaries on drama or drama on YouTube, like individuals, not even just YouTube. You've got stories about like Drake Bell and Kanye West, I think was your most recent one.
Yes.
Just really fun videos to put on in the background, like I said, and just listen to while you do other things. But I wanted to ask you, what has been your favorite YouTuber drama to actually follow and unravel?
Oh, it's hard because a lot of the topics I cover are like really dark and like depressing, whether it's like, Drake Bell or like EDP. So it's hard for me to say like if I enjoy it. Like I like the process of like making YouTube videos, I guess like the one that I've been like most interested in is probably like the 8 Passengers, which I'm not sure how aware you guys are of that whole saga.
No.
There's this family channel called 8 Passengers, and they've got 6 kids, and they I don't know how active they are anymore on YouTube, but basically they started getting a lot of heat for I guess like the normal family channel, like like just the things you would expect from any family channel, which is like exploiting their kids and like clickbaiting all this, like, you know, really personal things,
So
like
standard family YouTube.
Exactly, but it was like it was almost taken to a different level, because like you had all of that, which was like, you know, the kids on camera, like, you know, like they would film like their girls like shaving their legs for the first time and put it on YouTube and be like, our first shave or whatever, which, I mean, people have pointed out how that kind of content is horrible, because people will go in the comments and like put timestamps for like when the kids are in, and then so it's like there's stuff like that, and then there were videos of them having like the sex talk with their kids on camera, and the kids are like, they keep saying that they don't want this to be filmed, they don't want this to be uploaded like in the video, and the parents are like, no, it's fine, you know, and then they just keep pushing forward. And but so it's like they have that, like the stuff that they choose to make public. But when I decided to cover them, it was because some information had sort of come out where it turned out that their oldest son had been sent away to like this correctional camp or something for like pulling a prank on the little brother, like a pretty innocuous prank. I forget what it was. But they sent him away for a couple months to like this wilderness camp that was supposed to like correct his behavior. It was like, and people like looked into the camp. Like, I mean, it's so long ago, so I'm like, you know, some of the details are kind of vague to me. But I remember that when he came back from that trip, they like forced him to sleep on a beanbag chair. They like took away his privileges to have a room and to have a bed. And so they made him sleep on a beanbag chair for like 7 months, which is horrible for your body.
How old was he roughly?
He was probably 14 or 15, I think, at this point.
And
yeah,
What
it was
the
bad. Fuck? Yeah, you can probably find a lot of stuff on it by searching it up, because I'm obviously like forgetting a ton of details, but it was bad. It was but that was like, I've always just been interested in like family channels and how like it's
They're
so obviously
they're awful.
Yeah, dude, it's so bad for kids, and I feel like it's just so new that like there aren't very many studies out there yet to really like demonstrate the long-term effects of like what this kind of thing can do to kids.
I think you can make a pretty sincere guess as to what kind of effect it would have on these kids. It's not,
for sure,
and that's what makes it so difficult for me to even comprehend it. It's like, surely as a parent you have kind of like at least some level of maternal instinct to protect your children from this kind of stuff.
Clearly not.
But that's what I mean. Like, where's it going wrong here? Surely anyone could see that putting every single second of your child's life up on YouTube and turning their like developmental years into a career almost in entertainment is going to have negative effects, but still they do it. And it happens so often. And what's even more baffling to me is who watches it. Like, I don't understand the audience.
The parents do it because it's all self-centered. They're not caring about the child. They care about, we can make money and be famous. And
exactly.
It's never about the kid. It's always about the parents wanting success. You know,
the audience is between like really little kids and then parents that already have their kids that have moved out, so they live vicariously through other families.
It's just content for people to live through. Like my sister, I have a little sister, and she used to really like watching certain family vlog channels. I don't think she does anymore, but it's just like this. It's like they provide like this like window into their lives, and so you think that there's like you know them, I guess, you know, it's just very parasocial, and it wouldn't be bad if it weren't like exploiting the children in these families, you know, because some of these kids are like born into it, and so it's like like just from infancy, every single like like developmental like moment in their lives are like, you know, clickbaited for an audience, and it's just really
well, I've always said that the law needs to catch up here and give these kids, once they're adults, like the right to sue their parents.
Yeah,
because I don't think it's right. Like, I know as a parent you have a lot of authority over your kids, but like you've denied these children a right to privacy straight out of the womb, right?
Yeah.
Child celebrities do that very often. They sue their parents for all the money and shit that they missed out on.
They should be treated like...
I don't mean the money. I mean just like the lack of privacy. I don't mean like... I don't know. I guess the money too, but really just let me be a fucking child. Why? Like, the parents shouldn't have a fucking right to like put their children's first time putting in a fucking tampon or whatever it is you said on YouTube. That's just fucking wrong.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And I don't know why. I don't know how you said that parents who had children that then they moved out, they're also a large component of this audience. I don't know how you could do that and not see the just massive exploitation that is happening there and not feel bad about it. Like, it feels so uncomfortable to consume that material.
Well, not from the perspective of some lonely postmenopausal mom whose kids have all moved out. They get to see a new family and they get to have that like parental dopamine hit where they get to watch them grow up.
Adopt children. Adopt new kids.
And then
film them, I guess.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I know something that's super comfortable to consume. Hi, Andrew.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, do I too. Oh my God. Let me tell you something. Out there, you listening right now, it's going to be Valentine's Day. You got someone to celebrate it with? You know how you could celebrate it? You both wake up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, and you can glance over at each other and go, my God, they're wearing this matching pair of underwear. Nice ass. And you can say that about anyone. It doesn't matter what equipment you're packing in a relationship. You can look at the other person and say, nice ass. It's going to be an even better ass if it's wearing the same underwear as your partner. Are you alone on Valentine's Day? That doesn't matter. Valentine's Day is a made-up holiday that means absolutely nothing. So you know what you could do? You could take your cool single self, go to the bar, go to the club, go to the fucking gym, go wherever you want. You can't be stopped. You're not tied down to anyone, and you won't be tied down to anything. Wearing MeUndies. So you wanna get a matching pair with whoever you're with? Get MeUndies. You want to get a pair that looks incredible just for yourself? MeUndies. You see how it works either way? Because MeUndies works every way. All 4 official boys wear MeUndies. I think the pair I'm wearing right now has Christmas trees. I don't remember. I put them on when it was still dark outside. I have curtains that block out the sun so I sleep better. But I know that my drawer is nothing but MeUndies, so I know I'm going to be comfortable every single time. They don't make just big men sizes. They don't make just sizes for very large, strong, muscled men. Ladies, they make pairs for you as well. And they even now have dog hoodies and buddy bands, which are for dogs. Or, I don't know, a child if you get creative. MeUndies has a great offer for everyone listening. For a limited time only, you can get 25% off your first order of matching pairs for Valentine's Day. As a first-time purchaser, you can also get 15% off and free shipping right to your door. To get 25% off of matching pairs, 15% off your first order, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/official. That's MeUndies.com/official.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you for making us comfy.
So yeah, the fucking Family Channel thing that I was going to chime in with is it's all just back to parasocial relationships and how fucking toxic and terrible they are for everyone involved. Because then it produces this kind of content because you get the feedback loop. They make this exploitative, horrible, child-focused content, and fucking grandma goes, oh, this reminds me of my kids. Upvote, and oh, I'll watch and click this ad and whatever. And all the little kids watch it because they think it's cool that they're hanging out with their parents or whatever. So then the parents see it and they go, oh, this video where we really did something shitty got so many views. Let's do it again. Or even take it even further and get more views because these people like it. It's shitty.
And
just
then
a
it
terrible
leads to
system.
them genuinely having another kid just for content. Like I know a lot of those families conceive and have new kids just for pregnancy videos and it's
9
never
months of
just
content.
Shamelessness is so mind-blowing, like how shameless they are to put all of the shit on the internet. Like, how are you not embarrassed? I don't know about you boys and you, Jonathan, but I love trash TV. I love TLC, some of their shows. And every time I fucking watch like one of these shows, it's mind-blowing. Like 90 Day Fiancé has like these women who, you know, they'll let themselves get filmed in the bathtub, not half naked, like fully naked, doing a striptease for their like lover over Skype. And it's like, you have a 13-year-old daughter. Like, she's gonna get bullied in school when this airs on fucking national TV. Like, why are you putting this out there? And then they discuss their fucking sex lives every single time on the show after they finally meet with their overseas lovers. Like, yeah, you know, I met Hamza in Tunisia and our sex lives was weird because he came too quick. He prematurely ejaculated. Like, why are you saying this publicly about your boyfriend? This is so humiliating.
It's hilarious.
I don't know. The shamelessness boggles my fucking mind. That's like the last thing I would ever want anybody to say about me out there.
The thing,
people are different.
The thing that's really been hitting my brain hard lately, Kaya, that's completely related to that is how many people out there are entirely unself-aware. I recently watched a Sacha Baron Cohen show called Who Is America? And it's his typical.
Oh, is that where he dresses up as like a self-defense instructor at some point?
Yeah. So it's his typical shtick where he dresses up in costumes and like tricks people into doing and saying dumb shit. And it occurs to me the entire time I'm watching it, it's like, I understand if you fall for the prank and you do some goofy stuff, but he gets these people to like scream the N-word on like recorded TV that they're going to put out there as like allegedly national footage and like do really suggestive sex acts, like either with other men or like say pedophilic things. And I just don't understand how people don't take a minute on certain things and go, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, you know?
Well, he never provides a source of conflict to them. He always goads them on and stuff. And I think you're more likely to do that stuff if you think you're in a situation where that is, you know, accepted or the person is like encouraging it.
And even you kind of try to trick yourself into, you know, see the silver lining or be an optimist about it. Like, okay, they must have filmed like 10,000 people and then they edit down the footage to the one dummy who fell for it. But even then you're like, well, that guy still existed though. Like one person still falling for it is still mind-blowing. Like, how do you get tricked into yelling the N-word straight into a camera or, again, talking about your children on national TV like their most humiliating secrets?
And it goes even like further beyond that because the people that he targets are politicians and fucking political speakers. And yeah, you can make 1,000 jokes like, oh, they're politicians, they're dumb, ha-has. But there's still people who are paid and make a career out of speaking to people and presenting a public image. And they at no
optics
point
should be their entire career.
I know, and they at no point go, oh, maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this.
Plus, how are you a politician and not understand, not like recognize Sacha Baron Cohen at this point? Like, so you can see through any disguise.
His makeup was good.
No,
his makeup was
his prosthetics and fucking like makeup is incredible in that show. It's really good.
You can see this. You can see this effect on a smaller scale on YouTube. Look at Channel 5. Andrew always finds like the wackiest, goofiest goofballs to do some like dumb shit on camera.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really have to do anything other than put a microphone in front of him and they just say the weirdest shit.
But
he doesn't even talk.
Yeah, he just lets him do it.
Well, has this now transitioned for, at least in Channel 5 situation, has this now transitioned to people knowing that it's Channel 5 and knowing what its purpose is and then playing that up?
Sometimes he gets recognized, but most of the time it really is just like people that believe some weird shit and say some weird shit.
I think you gotta take it with a grain of salt though, because like he'll often interview people who are stupidly drunk as well, and like you know you never know how much is like they're at a party and they see a camera and just want to get crazy. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'm not discrediting everything he does. With his stuff, the way it's edited, I'm always kind of skeptical on some of it. But I'm talking about stuff where it's like, you know, the more Sacha Cohen stuff where it's just they're clearly sober and signing up for this thing with intent and consenting to everything they film and just I don't know how the fuck they think it's a good idea, you know?
Well, have you heard of, I remember reading this article about while he was filming that show, there was one clip that they ended up not leaving in because it was just so dark. They had to like turn it over to the authorities.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, and I could be butchering some of this, but I remember it was like a concierge, I think from Las Vegas, that he was trying, like Sacha Baron Cohen, I forget how he was like disguised, but basically he was speaking to this guy and he was like, he was kind of like trying to, he was like, so do you know where I can get some like, 14-year-old boys, like he was trying to like get him to like, go along with that or something. And then he did. He was like, oh yeah, I can't, like he was apparently like going along with it, this guy that he was talking to, and was like actually setting him up with like child trafficking.
Oh my God.
And so they had to like turn it over to the FBI and they couldn't use it in the show because it was just, he did an interview about it like
good Lord
after it came out. But yeah, it's just that kind of stuff. I don't know how you
So I started watching the show because I saw a clip from it and it got me interested. It's a clip where he's trying to build a mosque in like a southern town in Arizona.
Yeah.
And that part I thought was going to be indicative of the whole show because the whole town is like literally saying, no, don't build that. That's terrible. And at one point he says, well, we're not saying we're racist against Muslims. And one person in the crowd says, yes, I am. I'm racist against Muslims. So I thought the show was going to be this like look of, oh, people. He just finds random people and like exposes like America and all this, but most of the people, 90% of the people in that show are like politicians and political speakers and famous celebrities, and it is just shocking how people who work with people and have an audience for a living would do this stuff. Like we say dumb shit, but we're joking or intentionally being stupid, but these people literally, he gets celebrities to take photo shoots to Photoshop themselves into charity work so they can pretend that they flew to Africa to do charity work. And it's like, how do you not realize for a second that this is a horrible idea? I don't get it.
Well, probably because they do that all the time. That's like hardly a prank for people like that.
Yeah.
It's like, another one of these fake charity drives. Sure. Take a photo of me in front of a green screen.
It's so fucked. It's just so fucked.
And there's millions of those people walking around, Andrew, that would fall for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I probably would. Fuck it. I'd probably do something
I
dumb
fell
too.
for a carnival scam.
That's true. I was there.
I lost all my money at a gas station carnival, basically.
Yeah,
That's
Really? How did that go? What happened there? What happened?
There was a rolling carnival that came to Tampa like 8 years ago. Andrew and I went. It was in a parking lot. And this guy had a rigged game that I thought I could win. Every time he let me try again, I had to double my money in order to win it all back. But it was actually an impossible game to win no matter what you did. So
No, dude.
you just kept going.
I will never ever forget the look on your face when we finally left the carnival and we were walking down the street and you turned and looked me in the eyes and you said, Andrew, I just lost so much money. It is the only time I've seen you actually soul crushed. It was
I was sad. It was a lot of money. Like $150.
That's
all I had.
That man was living good that night.
very different time back then.
That could have been Sasha.
It was like the 1950s or something. It was just 8 years ago.
He never released the footage. He just went off with the money.
Got him.
Hang on, I'm going to use the restroom really quick. That's okay. I'll be right back.
Oh, well, no, that's a perfect time for us to talk about something incredibly important called established titles. You guys want to know what established titles is?
I do.
They're a new sponsor on the
Can be a
podcast.
baron.
They're a new podcast sponsor. And let me tell you something. I think what they do is actually pretty sweet. So Established Titles is a project based on the historic Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lairds, or in like typical English, lords and ladies. So you can buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land, and you can legally call yourself a lord or lady in Scotland. In return, they commit to planting a tree with every order to protect the beautiful, pristine woodlands of Scotland. So the primary goal,
that's wholesome.
Yeah, it's fun, wholesome little preservation work. So primary goal is to provide a fun way to preserve the picturesque woodlands and biodiversity of Scotland, while also raising funds to support global forestation efforts. It is a mainly fun new way to support conservation efforts, supports charities such as One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future. And basically, their title gives you at least 1 square foot of land dedicated on a private estate in Dunfermline, Scotland, which is just a fun place to say. You also get an official certificate with a crest. You get the certificate proving that you have a title, as well as a unique plot number with which you can see the exact location of your land. So it's a fun little gift. It's a great way to help conserve the environment, keep the woodlands of Scotland thriving. And you get to call yourself a lord or a lady or a laird if you want to go with the old Scottish word for it. Let's see. There's a lot of cool points here. They gave like a massive list of all their history and fun things they do with it. So if you get this certificate, you can officially change your name to be Lord or Lady. You could get it put on fun little things like, I don't know, a credit card, plane tickets.
Yeah. Wait, Andrew. I know if you fly with anyone, you can like put your ticket.
Yeah.
You can like set your ticket to refer to you as a lord, and then they treat you really nice on the plane because they think you're like British royalty.
You can do that. Imagine going to a restaurant and you have a group of friends and they call out your table and they go, table for Lord John Smith. Wouldn't that be fucking sick?
That's one way to get spit in your soup.
I don't think that would happen. I think people would treat you with dignity and pure royalty.
I think they would. I honestly think it would be a fast ticket away to like getting some respect in life.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to give this fun little thing a chance, also makes a great last minute gift. Could be a fun thing to do for Valentine's Day. Established Titles is currently having a massive holiday sale. And on top of that, you can get an additional 10% off of any purchase you make with discount code OFFICIAL. Click the link below or go to establishedtitles.com/official and use promo code OFFICIAL to save an extra 10% today. I think that's genuinely fun. It's a nice way to donate to conservation, but also you get a little title, a little certificate out of it. I think that's fun. It's a fun little thing.
Hold up. Does this mean I can finally be an official worm lord?
If you want,
can I just dump a bunch of worms in my square foot?
You can probably request that.
Sure, probably.
Yeah. Establishedtitles.com/official code official. I think that's fun. I like that.
That's a cute idea.
Yeah.
It's like that sounds like a fun novelty.
Yeah.
Not a novelty
You will
gift.
technically
Probably a novelty gift.
You will, in all technicality and legitimacy, be a lord or lady in Scotland. So that's fun.
Which is a pretty nice place.
Yeah.
Let's all be honest. Scotland's not the worst country in the world.
Stellar endorsement.
Did Scotland pay us for the sponsorship as well? They should have. I really put
War-torn countries should do this. That would be nice. Plant trees, and also you get to be a warlord. Buy 1 square foot of like contested land in fucking Afghanistan or something. That could also be fun.
That sounds fun. Yeah.
Is Jonathan here?
Yeah, I'm back.
Hello,
nice. Hello, my lord.
And okay, what topics you guys have?
I became a lord in Scotland recently.
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. You can.
Oh,
though.
you got pranked. I hope you were recording your webcam then.
I like
Jonathan because
I'm actually
Andrew
not.
really got
Should
shit.
I have been recording my webcam?
Nah, don't worry about it. Neither was I.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. That's good.
I
Andrew, did
finished
you want
Pokemon
to?
Arceus.
Is it
Oh yeah,
good or
please
bad?
talk about that.
It's yeah, it's a step
Wait,
in the right
you
direction.
finished it?
but
How
it's
long
not-
did you play it? How long is
It
it?
took me like 15, 16 hours.
So
it just came out.
The biggest complaint I've read very mixed reviews. People seem to either love it or hate it. The biggest complaint overall, though, is the open world is empty. Is that true?
Oh my god, it's beyond empty. Yeah, it's so it is the literal most barren wasteland of an open world I've ever seen.
Jeez.
Is it boring to traverse then if it's just all
Yes.
empty?
Yes, it is.
Glad I didn't buy it.
Well,
Yeah,
but
that sounds
it
awful.
is a step in the right direction. Like, I really do think Game Freak's just pretty talentless. I really do think if they give like another 3 years to this formula and try and like actually push it to be better, it has a chance of being pretty good, like pretty great. Actually, it's just fuck me. It's so.
I think they
empty.
they need new talent in the studio or something. So because this game, I don't think this game was developed in like a year's time or something. Surely this was in development longer than that. So I don't think it's a time factor. I think it's they genuinely need new talent and to invest more money into it.
Pokemon.
But they don't need to.
Pokemon
They're
needs
business.
to be fully developed in-house by Nintendo. That just needs to happen. They need to be bought out or whatever shake hands needs to happen that Nintendo takes over the whole thing because that would improve them drastically.
Are you a gamer, Jonathan? Do you like Pokemon?
Sadly, I'm really not much of a gamer. I hate to say.
Oh, we can move on.
But-
We talk about games.
Oh, I don't care.
and-
You guys can talk about whatever.
Oh, we've
I mean,
talked
like,
about how much Pokemon sucks for like 7 episodes now.
that's
yeah.
very fun. I've heard very bad things about the new
Yeah.
one. So
I am shocked. It's very rare you get a YouTuber who's not also a
Yeah.
gamer.
Yeah,
So
how did you get a career then?
yeah, what do you do?
Yeah,
How did you avoid
never,
the
I
plague?
don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. I play Mario Kart. That's pretty much it. I like
I knew you
Super
had some
Monkey
gamer
Ball.
blood in them. There it is.
Good game. Yeah, but that's really it. Like I've never.
What? I'm really confused. Like, what do you do in the time when you would be gaming?
Jeez.
I can't wrap my head around how you
This is the addiction talking.
Just kind of twiddle my thumbs.
Jonathan, I have to deal with this every week.
Just kind of sit in the corner and stare at the wall, just wishing that I was a gamer. That's pretty much it. But,
If only I could figure out how to turn this damn console on.
yeah, I like Minecraft a little bit. I don't play it that much, but it's a good
Fuck
game.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
When I
pretty
was
much where it
y-
ends. Yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger with the Xbox 360 era, I actually couldn't believe anyone didn't play games because I couldn't imagine how people spent that time. I really just couldn't imagine how anyone existed like it.
Gaming,
it makes sense to
gaming as
me.
a hobby is such a broad range of things to me. Like, there's so much that you can get from gaming that people
Yeah.
can get. Like, there's the Minecrafts, there's the Pokemons, there's the more educational games, there's the puzzle games. There's just so much there that it's.
I mean,
such
with
a
how
broad thing.
convenient it is now, definitely you've got phone games, you've got the fucking Switch, we've had handhelds for so
Yeah.
long, but for the longest time, real sit down, get into it gaming, you had to be at home on a console and actually invested. But now
Yeah, I
casual
think
is
that's-
easier than ever.
That's very true. I think that's why I never really got into it, is because when I was a kid, like my mom has always been very protective, and so growing up, she would just straight up tell me that our TV did not play video games, like it didn't work with video games. It's just not true. I now know, but I was like, oh, okay, so I just didn't. I never did it, but I think that's probably why I'm not like super into it now.
Yeah, you just never had it.
because I didn't grow up with
initially.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I don't
that does make sense. So, what do you think if you I don't know, set aside a week this year and really gave it a crack? You'd
gave gaming
you'd be
a crack?
changed man.
Probably.
Yeah, really try.
Where should I start? Where do you
Trying to
think
get
I
him
should start?
addicted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
start with Dark Souls.
Yeah, Elden Ring's coming out. You got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay.
Stuck with
I'll
Pokemon.
take note. Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, Pokemon's not a
say
terrible
the-
starting game. It's not.
Really?
See,
You
the
guys have been
best
like
gaming has
shitting
to
on it this
offer.
entire time.
It is. I would
It's
say
actually pretty good. Yeah.
no, do not start with Pokemon. You will be not wanting to play any other games. It is so boring.
I think the old Pokemon
No,
games
yeah, the
really do
old
still
ones
Oh,
is
suck.
what I was
yeah,
talking
okay.
about. Start with like an older
Okay,
one. They're
sure.
fine.
Okay.
They
Which
got
like older
popular for a
one?
reason.
What would be a good like first one to get into?
Emerald. I always say Emerald is my favorite.
people say
of all
Emerald.
time.
Emerald's a good
No, it's
start.
just-
Gold and Silver are good. Also, their remakes are a very good starting point.
Okay.
Yeah, any of the like
good, that's good to
middle
know.
era of Pokemon is good. Not the earliest stuff and not the new stuff. In the middle is a good sweet spot.
Okay. That's helpful.
Yeah.
How did you guys get into gaming? Like, what was your first video game?
Pokemon.
In 64, Wave Racer or Wave Runner, whatever the fuck it was called. What was it?
Did you know immediately this was going to be your life?
No, I actually saw my cousins playing 007 GoldenEye. I was like, damn, that was cool. So then I was like, Mom, Dad, I want an N64. Like, all right, here's Wave Race. And it was pretty cool.
Nice.
I think I had a
What
Game
about
Boy
you?
Color. I had an Atari
Yeah.
and a Game Boy Color. Those were like my first two consoles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Which allowed me to always just keep my head down and stare at my Game Boy while the adults were doing stuff, and I could just ignore everything.
So use it as a coping mechanism. That's probably why you don't like gaming anymore. Brings back bad memories.
I played
I don't
games
have bad
here and
memories, I have
there.
great memories.
I played games here and there growing up, like vague memories. I don't know, like I had a friend's house as that, but the first game I ever owned was Pokemon Red. So I consider that my first like actual game because it's the first one I sat down and beat and played and really got into.
I loved video games back then when you were growing up because every single video game mattered. Like,
Yep.
if you got a new game, that was the shit you were going to be playing for like 6 months.
Yeah.
It was like a big deal. Now it's like disposable income or like free video games being handed out left and right. They really have, I don't know, maybe to me, but they really have like just lost their value a little bit. Like they don't feel as impactful ever. Maybe that's just me.
I miss when
just you.
games weren't a
Okay.
time waster. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
Oh no, what were you saying?
I was gonna say I miss when games were not a time waster. They were like the thing you were doing with your life. Like right now when I play games, it's just kind of like, I just want to relax or fuck it. I just want to fuck around. But I have so many more important things I'd rather be doing. But back then it was like, the number one thing I got to do when I get home from school is I have to beat this game. That's it. That's what I have to do. I started God of War. I can't not finish it. Like shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's the opposite for me. I'm like, I can't finish this.
Exactly.
I'm done. It's been 20 hours. This is too long.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
Jonathan, do you like try games? Because for me, I found that I'll hear about a game that's like everybody loves it and it's super famous at the time, and then I'll boot it up, and as soon as I see a tutorial, I fucking exit. I'm like, okay, I don't have time to learn how to play a fucking game. Okay, I'm just gonna stick with what I know. I'm gonna punch trees in Minecraft.
But Jonathan might need a tutorial.
It depends. I can figure it out.
No, you don't have the gamer genes.
I don't. Right. Yeah. I have to train for it. That's true. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons I also really haven't gotten into it is because it's like it takes a ton of time, and I feel like it's like I'm committing to something, and I'm just it's like one of the reasons I don't like watch a ton of like TV shows now because it's like I just hate having to like commit to something that like that long, and
Really?
yeah, I don't know. It's like,
Wait, so it's a fear of commitment?
Jesus, why is everything a fear with you, Jackson? He just doesn't want to.
he said fear. Yeah, it's turning into a therapy
Fear of wasting
session.
time, of being a procrastinator. Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
it
just like
sucks
getting bored
because sometimes-
with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, yeah, what were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, it just makes you feel unproductive, right? Even when you sit down after you've done all of your chores or whatever, you feel like a good boy. Like, okay, I deserve some relaxation time now. You boot up a game and immediately, for some reason, I don't know if something is broken in my brain, I just think I should be doing something else right now, rather than sitting through this.
Yeah,
fucking
you always feel that
despicable
way about
cutscene.
whatever you do, but you have to push that feeling deep inside and just enjoy yourself and play Pokemon Arceus for 17 hours in one day.
Push it down,
the way to
damn
go.
it. Push through the pain. Like a real gamer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also struggle with that. And it kind of sucks. Like I said, I have nothing against games. Like, I'm sure a lot of the games that I don't give it, like, that I exit, I'm sure they're amazing. If you do give them a chance for, like, it's the anime arguments, right? Oh, bro, it gets better after 80 hours of, or 80 episodes or whatever. Yeah, maybe, but I mean, I don't want to do that though.
So what do you actually do then, Jonathan? Like, what would you say your hobbies are? How do you waste your time when you're not working on videos?
I mean, honestly, most of my time is just like because I'm also a student. I go to school, and so I do sort of. It's like my main life is like that, and then I do like YouTube on the side, and then it's just like I don't know, hanging out with my girlfriend or like just doing other stuff.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, I know. I know. But yeah, I don't know.
Confesses
Like,
he's not a gamer, immediately gets girlfriend. Impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't have that many hobbies outside of just like working on videos. I used to read. That was a long time ago. Now I can't. Like, reading doesn't keep my attention. So
You're illiterate now.
yeah, I forgot how to read and write. Actually, sucks, but you know, it's just what happens. So I don't know. But how do you guys like to spend your time when you're not like, I don't know, just like streaming or like doing video stuff?
Hard question to answer. I don't know.
Or like not gaming, I guess, like something like other than that.
Pretty generic.
gaming?
I was gonna say
What?
Gaming.
Yeah, besides gaming.
Huh?
Gaming, television, movies, books.
I don't
Pretty
like when
generic.
people are too high and mighty about, you know, when they don't game, they have as if they have a way better hobby. It's like,
Yeah.
I still do dumb time wasting stuff. Like I'll just put on a show on the side. But at least when I'm watching just Netflix or whatever the fuck on the side, I don't have to actively engage with it. It can just run its fucking mouth while I do other stuff. But yeah,
Sometimes I just stare at the ceiling or just zone off, and then like I don't know, 20 minutes. That's not really a hobby though. That's just me being tired.
That's
Yeah.
super
That's
sad to
already-
hear. Jesus.
What'd you say, Charlie?
I just said that was sad to hear. Jackson literally just exists in like a state of nothingness, it sounds like.
Or like a starfish or something. No, just sometimes I'll put on like YouTube videos on the side and just kind of zone out.
Yeah.
that can be nice.
I watch a lot of
That's relaxing.
TikTok, which is kind of.
Wait,
Oh
what?
no!
I watch a lot of TikTok,
No.
which is I'm not proud to admit it, but it's
For entertainment or for like research?
Jonathan.
it's sort of that's how I got into it, was for researching, and then now
they
I'm kind of
hooked you.
addicted. Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
God.
I think I'm too far gone.
What kind of
probably.
videos? Like, do you
It's
watch it
like-
funny? Haha! Look at these losers, or do you
I
actually
think
like
that
it
was a bit,
unironically?
there are parts of it that I like unironically. Like there are funny people on TikTok, but then I think a lot of it is also like my For You page is just so like it's so all over the place that there is a lot of cringe on there that I just keep coming back to, and I think that's probably why I keep wasting time on it.
Every time I check TikTok out, it always creeps me out because there are, like, I'll scroll through some admittedly funny videos that make me chuckle, and you know there's some creative ones and stuff like that. But then there's always just one that just makes me feel so creeped out, like there's people dancing suggestively or stuff like that, and it's just like this is out there for, like, this is predominantly a children's platform, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, so
wouldn't
that just
say-
immediately creeps me out.
Yeah.
I think it is.
fair.
I think TikTok is mostly a children's platform.
The internet is
I'd say
mostly
young
a children's
people.
platform now.
Yeah, you can
Depends
say
on
that
what you mean
about
by
YouTube.
children. I wouldn't say it's like geared towards 10-year-olds or anything, but definitely younger people. At least that's what I always see. It's like millennials and Gen Z. I don't know.
No, I think it's mostly children, but
I can't.
have anything
I
to
have,
base
I have
that
to
off of.
disagree with you though. I don't think I've ever even once seen a TikTok that made me so much as giggle. It's always just the bleakest shit, like a glimpse into an alien planet. It's like, these people exist. What is wrong?
Oh, Kaya, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I hate short form content. I can't fucking stand it. I hate TikTok. I hate all things made for that. I hate YouTube videos that are like 10 seconds where the title is just literally what the video is and what, like, the title
That's
is a
annoying,
quote.
yeah.
Yeah, the title's a quote and the video is someone saying the quote. I can't stand that shit. I hate it. I really fucking hate short form content and how it's taking everything over. I think it's such a waste of time. I just
how does
can't
it make
do
money?
it.
How does short form content make
Does
money?
it? The YouTube Shorts make $0 unless you accidentally watch it on a desktop. Same with TikTok. Yep, that's the only time you can get an ad on it. Yeah,
Really?
YouTube Shorts
Oh,
make
but-
$0. The only money comes from the Shorts program, and on TikTok, it's just as bad. The reason TikTok stars make so much money is because of brand deals, and
Brand
that's
deals. But I don't even understand how you get across brand deals in like short 15-second clips.
But isn't TikTok
usually
now
just
valued
have it in the
higher
description.
than Google or something?
What?
No, definitely not than Google. No
There's
chance.
No way.
TikTok is it's more
TikTok
popular.
valued.
Sorry, it's more visited than Google. Okay. That's still a
Even
big
that's
fucking
surprising.
deal.
That's
I mean,
pretty
how the hell do you not
surprising.
monetize
That's
that?
extremely surprising.
Well, because they don't need to monetize it. They could, like, they have the same thing YouTube does with like a creator fund, but it's literally, I think, 20 cents per million views on your
Jesus
TikTok.
Christ. Oh.
So it's completely worthless.
Yeah.
But they don't need to because people are still using it for free, even when they have millions of followers.
I had a
Yeah.
I knew someone who got like semi TikTok famous who was making like 10 grand a month. I wonder if I could get him on the horn on the show sometime.
He's
That
definitely
guy,
making it through sponsors.
Yeah.
probably. I'd be interested though, but he might be difficult to get a hold of. He's in jail right now, I think.
Okay.
Damn, he really
buried
went
the lead
far in those shorts, huh? Jesus.
No, he was like, he got addicted to fentanyl and shit, but
Yeah, that short really took off. Yeah, I've seen that one.
What is fentanyl?
a drug.
It's basically suicide. Like, I don't know how you get addicted to it.
Yeah.
Synthetic opioid, right?
Yeah. It's a huge, well, I don't know if it's huge right now, but it is a bit of a crisis where a lot of things get mixed with the fentanyl and people just immediately OD because it only takes like a very, very small amount to just kill you outright.
It says
Yeah, it
here
was
it's
like,
used with anesthesia.
But that's like, what is fentanyl, like 100 times stronger than heroin or something, I think?
I think
Or
100
more,
times
right?
stronger than morphine or something. I don't know if it was
heroin is stronger than morphine and fentanyl is stronger than heroin, I think. And I think there's like anecdotal stories of emergency responders who have to take, what is that stuff they give you in case of an
Narcan.
overdose? Narcan, yeah. They have to be given Narcan even when they just get fentanyl on their like thumb, because apparently it's so potent that even if your skin absorbs it, you can OD on it.
Yeah.
Scary shit.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Basically,
so
it really is suicide.
just to fact check, it's 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. And some fentanyl analogs, such as carfentanil, are up to 10,000 times stronger than morphine. Which
Jesus.
that sounds
My
like
God.
an
Even
instant
fathom
OD.
that. That's insane.
Well, that's the pleasure
That's one
level that
hell of a
I feel
high.
when I used Manscaped.
Oh,
Yeah. If there's something I'm addicted to, it's Manscaped. I mean, Manscaped is here to save my balls this year. You like that? That rhyming, that poem? Because
did.
they're going to
I
make
love it.
2022 your sexiest and cleanest year ever. Your New Year's resolution can be set with good intentions, and it can be to join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the exclusive offer of going to manscaped.com and using code official for 20% off and free shipping. Here's the thing about Manscaped. They're going to give you a complete set if you want. It's called the Performance Package. And you know how you know it's good? It's in version 4.0. You don't make 4 iterations of something that sucks because no one will buy it. But if you keep making newer ones, it shows people want upgrades and faster and better and more of it. Well, in that package, you're going to find the Lawnmower 4.0, which is an electric trimmer designed to trim hair on loose skin. Wink. The advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks on your delicate nuts. Comes equipped with a LED spotlight, and it'll shine a light on the promised land real good. You can also apply Crop Preserver and Crop Reviver before showing off your 2022 self, which take care of the smallest part of your body and are a big boost of confidence into the new year. And to complete the set, you'll also get a Shed travel bag and anti-chafing boxer briefs as a free gift to keep all your goodies stored comfortably. All you need to do to check that out, and whatever you want really, is go to manscaped.com. You'll get 20% off and free shipping with code official. 20% off free shipping at manscaped.com using code official. New year, no pubes in 2022 with Manscaped.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Man, nice clean shaven balls and a pair
Oh,
of
yeah.
MeUndies.
Oh.
That's comfort right there.
That's the best gift I could ever receive for Valentine's Day.
I think there was a survey done fairly recently that 80 something percent of women prefer a man with like manscaped, like shaved. Not, I don't think fully shaved, but definitely like manscaped nether regions.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you want to get a girlfriend like Jay Aubrey does, like Jonathan does,
Yeah, show him your
then
shaven
I think
pubes.
is your best
Yeah,
bet.
that's right. Go on the street.
That's all it takes.
That's what you spend your time doing instead of gaming.
Yeah, that's actually, yes. Manscaped, I like their services. They're good. I don't need gaming when I've got Manscaped.
Yeah. There we go.
You guys see that dude who shaved his balls on Twitch the other day?
Yes, free him. I
did hear about that.
He's providing an educational service. He's showing us how to manscape properly. Yeah,
did he just start? I mean, like, was there anything that led up to that, or did he just whip out the razor?
I think he realized that he hadn't shaved in a while. He's like, well, I might as well get it done.
Was he a big Twitch streamer before that, or was it just like he was just trying to get his account banned?
I couldn't tell you. I wasn't super familiar with him, but he still could have been a big Twitch streamer, I suppose.
Did he have his balls on screen?
Yeah, he just shaved his balls.
Was he using the webcam as like a mirror? Like he had OBS stuff and he was just judging it off that.
I mean, isn't that how everyone does it? You just open the webcam and you get a perfect feedback loop.
Yeah, then you can hear feedback from your Twitch chat to make sure that it's
cheering you
second
on.
opinion.
Yeah. Type in world record pace in there.
Run a
Was that the new lawnmower?
There needs to be a Twitch, but for more adult things.
I've
like
said this
for
a
years.
million times. Twitch needs a porn category. They would become the #1 website on the internet overnight with it.
It doesn't even need to be porn. It just needs to be Twitch
Not just
adult
porn,
or Twitch
just
after dark
adult,
or Twitch red.
Yeah, like Twitch adult, which doesn't just have to mean purely porn and tits and like bathtub bullshit. Just like
watching
can
people
I just
do
say some
fentanyl,
words? Whatever. Like, do anything that is legal in your country or state or wherever the fuck you live, other than these. Like, even if you make it, have people sign up with their IDs or something, so you can make sure everybody's 18 plus. If you want, fucking just give people
There
the
still
option.
needs to be rules. Otherwise, there's a lot of things that are legal in America that shouldn't be legal.
Like
you could have a Dubai Port-A-Potty section for the.
Now we're thinking, let's invest.
Like, isn't like bestiality legal in like a lot of states in America?
What?
No.
Where do you get your information from, Jackson?
It actually is. Oops, I just bestiality laws.
I've heard about
search
it being
bestiality
like,
to see what
It's not
comes
like
up.
it's. I don't think it's like explicitly a law that says you can fuck animals. It's just a loophole of omission, essentially, where I guess the lawmakers didn't anticipate furries fucking their puppies, so it was never codified. I think Jackson is right. There's like the odd state here or there.
Yeah, it's New Mexico, Wyoming. What's KY?
Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky and West Virginia.
I have a totally
I don't
different
know why
article
Doug
here.
moved there.
Huh.
So yeah, it's legal there. Isn't West Virginia where the capital is? Isn't that where Washington is?
Jesus.
Is it?
I feel like you guess the capital every single time we even talk about America these days.
When have I ever done that?
Literally last week we were talking about Pennsylvania, like when the monkeys broke out, and you're like, "Yeah, that's where the president lives." Right?
It's close.
Yeah. What? Anyway, fair enough, Jackson. So I guess we can have some rules. I'm just saying, remove the dumb word bans and all that stupid fucking shit. Just if a bitch wants to fart into a mic, whatever, let her do it on Twitch adult.
Yeah, they can make so much money just opening it up to that. I'm kind of surprised they haven't. Like, I hadn't even thought about that.
What is stopping them? I don't understand why you wouldn't.
Advertisers, they'd lose ads.
Yeah.
Just make it a different platform, and then like make your entire monetization people subscribing to Twitch streamers. It'll still make a profit.
No, it won't. Not at all.
How would it not?
Not for video hosting. It's way too bandwidth intensive and storage intensive to make money off that.
OnlyFans gets away with it. OnlyFans doesn't have advertisements.
I don't know how they do.
Wait, what?
What
What is bandwidth intensive?
storing video.
Oh yeah, but I mean on Twitch though, usually what they do, unless you're one of the bigger guys, I think your VODs get deleted every 2 weeks, right? So it's not like they store them forever. I think the streaming itself might be very intensive though. I don't know. I mean, the thing is though, if you go to Amazon, you can buy porn, right? I think you could buy like porn DVDs and sex toys and shit. So it's not like Amazon is the super squeaky clean family business. It's like whatever. Just if people want to look at a woman in spandex, why the fuck not? Just it would be easier than tiptoeing they have to do.
I would pay money to see that. See like a Mario speedrunner, and halfway through the run he has to shave his balls. I would sub to that channel.
Speedrun ball shaving.
Fuck
that
yeah.
would actually be impressive. Ball shaving is fucking difficult.
I've always thought long distance urination is a sport I would excel. So if that does pop off, I'd be a competitor, like an athlete.
Charlie, how much piss is on your floor right now?
Well, I don't actively train because there's no goal anymore, Andrew. But back when I was in school, it was like, well, what else am I going to do? I'll go to like the back of the stall and see if I can make it.
What the fuck? You just made some
funny.
janitor's life miserable.
Yeah.
Just for
I
your
never-
Not if you made it. You know?
I never dribbled anything. It was easy for me.
There you go.
Little do you know.
So that's your hidden talent.
Yeah, I can long
You could shoot a
distance
fly
piss.
midair with your piss. Jonathan, do you have a talent like that?
I
super
don't. I
fast
can't
ball
say that I
shaving,
do. I wish that would be impressive. I had a friend that would do exactly what Charlie is describing, which is
Thank you. See?
Yeah, it's not completely foreign to me. I've that I recognize the skill that goes into that. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I was gonna say it's more about aiming. I think in that situation than just raw dick urination power.
Well, also power though, because in order to like get to the big record numbers, you're gonna need to have like a strong stream.
Oh yeah, that's where the sport comes into it, I suppose. But then, how do you even train that? How do you train your dick to produce higher horsepower?
You probably can. It's probably just a God-given talent.
Do you like
that's
user
from a
Yeah,
hands?
virtual
some
sport.
have it, some don't. I guess.
What do you mean it's not a very fun sport? It's like basketball. Like some people are just born tall so they can get better at basketball. I can't play NBA because I'm too short.
There's like little leagues for smaller people for basketball. Maybe you can't really do that with pissing.
Well, you could have the junior division for pissing too if they can't like shoot piss very far.
I don't want to
guess.
see that though.
Well, you can't really.
Yeah, that was an awful choice of words.
Do you like
It's either that or it's called the minor league in sports. And I thought that was
So that's how the Sacha Baron Cohen's strategy works.
Right.
the 8 passengers on Twitch?
Oh no.
Well, what would you like, Charlie? Do you use tricks to enhance the pressure, like on your, like when you put your thumb over the end of a hose?
Yeah,
yeah. I haven't
Do you
tried
squeeze
that.
your dick?
the pressure builds up.
No.
Have you ever?
That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That's like a risk reward kind of situation because you can really blow your nuts off or something. I don't know. You can fuck your urinary tract.
Have you pissed straight up and measured height?
No, but that would be interesting. I'd need to like dodge though, so I'd only have to be.
Yeah, you piss in your face again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could wear one of those umbrella hats. Those like tiny mini umbrellas.
That'll be your next content.
How high can I piss?
I mean, that'd be fun. I'd watch it. I'd give it a click.
They get on the trending page, I think.
Yeah, YouTube trending
have a
number
chance.
2 after Jimmy Kimmel doing the same thing. Yeah.
After the
What do you
Jimmy
think about
Fallon NFT clip, it'd be that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he
Oh,
said
so
the fucking
fucking
word.
bad.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
That
no.
was a taboo.
NFT, no fucking
Yeah.
thanks.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Oh, so
So
infuriatingly
fucking
cringe.
every week, something new.
Not every week, every fucking hour. Every single hour,
hour at
there is
least,
a new
yeah.
article, there's a new joke, there's a new video about them. I'm just sick of hearing about them. I know they're bad, but I don't even want to talk about them anymore. Like, fuck.
It's only the start of the year, Andrew. Imagine how bad it's gonna get.
Oh my God, they're everywhere. It's the only thing people can fucking talk about anymore. I get it. God damn.
It's so artificial and so forced. I am starting to believe that there is a conspiracy behind this. Like, unironically, it's like watching Jimmy Kimmel or whatever the fuck that late night TV bobblehead was, and Paris Hilton, that fucking fake concept.
Yeah, Fallon and Paris Hilton.
So Paris, what is an NFT? Let me tell you about NFTs. So I have an ape. Meanwhile, the audience doesn't know if they should clap. Like they're like,
they were so confused. It was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is this about? And she's like, everybody's getting an NFT today, yay! And they're like, okay, what is that? Oh, fuck, it is so forced.
It's just scams. It's
like
all just fucking scams, and not even for the like, oh, they're worthless. It's just people who know that they're fucking tricking people into buying a worthless product. That's it.
If anything, it shows like if you have an organized base or a motivated enough base, you can really make something mainstream pretty quickly. Like you can really push for
there's advertisements for them in major cities now. Like you can see NFTs at bus stops.
Really? That's grim. That is. I've seen murals of like the bored apes. Like
there's murals of them.
Walls.
Oh God. What's the other one that's similar to Bored Ape? It's the guys who are like wearing hats. What?
Oh, the CryptoPunk.
Yeah, CryptoPunks are popping up everywhere too now.
Never even heard of it.
Just another Bored Ape.
I heard that the artist who drew the Bored Apes or whatever was only paid like a flat fee and then just got nothing else from it.
I'm surprised he even got that much.
It was a woman,
right?
but
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, and they're gonna teach this shit to children. I also read that LeBron apparently has like a school or something called the I Promise School, and apparently he made a deal with crypto.com or something. So now they're gonna have a new curriculum where they're gonna teach cryptocurrency and Web 3.0 and fucking NFTs and the blockchain. It's like get them young, I guess. Did you guys see was it the Ubisoft CEO who said that gamers just don't get NFTs and they're gonna like it? They'll have to get used to it whether they like it or not. And it's just that Principal Skinner meme, like, am I out of touch? No, it's the gamers who are wrong.
I've said for the last, 2-3 years that Ubisoft is the worst video game company currently existing. I mean, it's competing for Game Freak, as we've said before, but I hate Ubisoft with a passion. They make the blandest, most uninspired games filled with like predatory microtransactions. And on top of that, they have just as many like sexual assault and harassment claims as Blizzard. But for some fucking reason, they get a pass. I don't understand why people give them a pass. They've got the same accusations as Blizzard. And
I don't think they get a pass.
They make shitty games.
Most people don't think about Ubisoft. Blizzard was like the gamers' savior. Like people worshipped Blizzard. So that's why that one was so big.
It's back to the
thing.
It's back to the original point.
I don't see anyone talk about the harassment.
It's back to the original.
Ubisoft in general.
Yeah, because no one gives a shit. Jackson, no one cares. It's back to the original point. People want play game. They don't care about drama. They don't give a fuck. The only reason they cared about Blizzard is because it just got too big to not talk about. But that shit had been going on for God knows how many years, and people still ate their games up like candy. And then the games start getting bad, so they go, well, if we don't like the games, what are we going to talk about for Blizzard? Oh, how about the scandals that have been happening for literal decades?
I think you guys underestimate how much, how many people like Ubisoft.
Yeah, but
I mean, a lot of people like their games, but not the company.
What I'm looking forward to seeing is, do you guys think maybe this might be the beginning of Nintendo's redemption arc? Because maybe the fossils who run that company will be the only ones left who don't sell NFTs in the future?
No, I guarantee even Nintendo is going to have NFTs pretty soon. I have a good feeling about it.
I hope not.
Nintendo's.
They're one of the few big studios that still focuses on games. Come on, don't ruin it, please. Don't ruin it.
That would be the last stone to fall. So go ahead, Jonathan.
I was gonna say, it just seems like the grift recently. I know YouTube is doing NFTs, but I have no idea what that's even gonna look like. Or
you can
what that means, but
wait, YouTube is jumping on it.
Yeah.
What?
You can take this with
I don't know.
You can take this with a grain of salt because I found it floating around the internet, probably on Twitter. But apparently, out of people surveyed, 87% of people do not approve of NFTs. Like, that's
oddly, a similar amount of
high
people who
number for a public
don't
poll.
like pubes. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people just
YouTube,
don't understand it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, that's
I was
all.
just going to say, I think YouTube, I think they saw what the Annoying Orange did and a bunch of other YouTubers, like the Charlie Bit My Finger shit, where they tried to make videos into NFTs and it didn't work. You know, I think the Annoying Orange tried to make an NFT, it bombed, and then he just re-uploaded the original video back to YouTube. And I guess YouTube saw that and said, "Fuck it. I mean, if people want to sell videos, let's get in on this grift. Let's take our fucking cut." Is that Nintendo tweet real?
Yeah, is that real? Because they have already introduced NFTs, if that's the case.
Oh, please no.
So just for clarification for people listening at home, someone in our Patreon Discord just posted an image of a Nintendo of America tweet saying, introducing hashtag NFTs, an exciting new service coming to Nintendo Switch. This will give players a new way to enjoy Nintendo products. Please stay tuned for upcoming information. Not sure if that's fake or not.
I cannot find that tweet, so for now it seems like it's fake, thank God.
God damn it, I hate... I want to believe people. I want to just trust screenshots. Anyway, so what's next for you, Jonathan? What, have you got anything in the works? Any big cases you're delving into?
NFTs.
Yeah, NFTs. No, I'm not. I have no idea. I don't know anything about NFTs, but I'm just working on sort of like a retrospective on actually Belle Delphine's career and like her presence. So I'm probably gonna use clips from the official podcast because she went on.
And you're probably going to censor a fuckload of it, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, YouTube's just been age restricting like crazy recently, a lot of people. So that's kind of going to be the challenge. It's just making sure that nothing can get like the video jeopardized, I guess. I've kind of given up on monetization. If it's not monetized, that's fine. You know, I've got sponsors now. Very fortunate about, but you know, it's just trying not to get it age restricted, which is sometimes a hurdle depending on the topic, you know. But yeah.
So is there anything that you discovered in your research, or are you still researching her currently?
I just started like a couple days ago. I really haven't done as much as I should have by now, but kind of behind schedule.
Have there been any cases that you've done in the past that like you've come across like an earth-changing discovery throughout the process that's just kind of blown your mind?
I think there are times where it's like usually when I like, you know, find a topic that I want to cover, I'll figure out that it's like a lot deeper than I originally like anticipated. Like, you know, I think that I can get a video done in like a week and a half, and then I start researching it, and then I find out, oh, this is going to take like a month or something, just because of there's so much that I need to like cover and like just make sure it's all right. And I guess like an example of that would probably be like Lion Maker. I don't know how much you know about that situation. Yeah. Because that was kind of before, like when Lion Maker, he was a Minecraft YouTuber who went to jail for being a pedophile. That was like before I was really paying attention to like stuff going on YouTube. It happened in like 2015. So when I made my video in 2020, I like went back and was looking at everything. It was just like amazed at how deep it went and like just how idiotic he was in a lot of the things that he did. It was kind of insane.
He's clearly mentally unwell.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, he's just so many issues there. But yeah.
You might know this. I did watch your video when it first came out a year ago, but the information is a bit foggy. Yeah. Is he currently in prison?
Currently, not that I know of. I don't think he is. He went to jail in like, I want to say 2016 or 17. And then he actually came back to YouTube around the time I was making my video. That's what made me want to like cover it, was because he tried to make like a resurgence on YouTube because he was a free man. He didn't spend a very long time in jail. And he would basically just post like he would do like live streams. He would basically broadcast like his counseling sessions like with his therapist or his psychiatrist or whoever it was. And without them knowing, I'm pretty sure, because he would like blur them out and stuff. And it's just really, really dark stuff. I don't think he's in jail right now. I haven't looked into him in a little bit, but you probably should be.
With Minecraft YouTubers always like doing this shit.
I know.
Well,
the
it's
recent one,
pretty obvious that it's like it's a children's game, so
yeah,
it's
I
going
think
to attract
it's
a lot of predators.
I think it's a chicken and egg sort of scenario. You know, it's not necessarily Minecraft creates these things. It's I'm into these horrible things. I'm going to go to Minecraft because that's where all the kids are.
Yeah, it's like how pedophiles are more attracted to playgrounds.
Yeah.
It's not because they like the
It's
sweet
not like
set.
playgrounds are breeding pedophiles. Yeah.
That is
Exactly.
exactly Jackson.
Yeah. Jackson's on the ball. See, that's the kind of things you think of when you're not playing video games, Jackson.
Yeah, I'm going back to video games. I don't want to think about it anymore.
I don't know. I like to think it's possible to play Minecraft without becoming a creep. Jonathan does it.
Exactly.
I do it. But
I don't know.
I
We
don't
did
know,
just talk to him, man.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's very sad. It's very sad to see all these different. Well, there's another. Oh no, I'm thinking of Austin Jones. I don't think he was a Minecraft player.
We love Austin.
no,
Well, we don't love
you
him, but
might
we
be
love him.
thinking of Sky
Love the
Does
story.
Minecraft got recently called out by some of his
Yes,
exes, or
yeah.
one of his exes, I think,
I
for
saw
being an
that.
abusive fucking person. And he genuinely seems like a fucking douche. And to her credit, the woman also posted a bunch of like evidence and like audio logs and chat logs and shit about all the stuff that he did. And apparently he was like force feeding a dog Gatorade. He would stuff the fucking dog in a cage in like a
Real
kennel, and then
normal
like
gamer
when the
things,
dog would get
yeah.
anxious, he would stuff it in a kennel and then surround it with mirrors just to torment it.
Jesus.
He
What
would
the
clog-
fuck?
What?
He would
What the
clog
fuck?
the toilet. She had this whole document typed out, dude. It's fucked up. Like, he would apparently clog the
insane.
toilet, and his pregnant girlfriend couldn't use the toilet, so she would have to walk in the cold to the nearest gas station just to pee. Walking in the cold crying. He would lock the dog out until it like nearly froze to death and shit. He would jump in and out of windows. He would do drugs. He would like spend his money and her money on drugs and shit. It's all the allegations are fucked up. And when you see the chat logs that she's posting, she's like, I don't know what messenger they're using, but she's like, I'm really depressed. I'm having a mental breakdown. Please help me. And he would just respond by spamming the dinosaur emoji. Like literally just that. And he would send her audio recordings of himself getting a blowjob from another girl as his actual like girlfriend is having a breakdown.
Holy fuck.
We had him on the podcast, right?
You did?
Yeah. 4
He
years
was one of
ago
our
or
least
so.
favorite. He was one of our
3-4 years ago. He was
Damn.
episode 80 something.
Wait, as in our least favorite, like
He was the guy.
collectively
He
as
was
a
the
group
guy
after.
that. He was the guy that showed up beyond high, and all he could say was memes.
Who is this again? I want to make sure I have the right guy.
I
Who is
edited
it
that
again?
episode. I hated editing that.
Yes, I remember that.
It was
Yeah,
so
that's
funny.
why I
It
don't
was so
remember
cool.
it that
Yeah.
much because I didn't edit it.
I want to
Yeah,
read
that's
this document,
insane.
but this fucking website is trying to make me sign up, which I'm not going to do.
Yeah,
you
I
stole
had-
money from companies to buy drugs and never do the work, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's like she had to pay his money too, which is fucking weird because this guy's a millionaire, right? He's very...
He should be.
He has like... He has Minecraft YouTube videos that have like 80 million views and shit. Like this guy was big. And then he like hassles his girlfriend for, I think, $200, which she doesn't
then
have.
films
And
her
he's already
breakdown,
abusing
yeah.
her.
Oh
So
my
she's having a
God.
fucking mental breakdown on the bed, literally howling. Like not just, I'm sad, I'm gonna throw a hissy fit, blah, blah, I'm gonna try to make you feel bad. It's not like a manipulative girlfriend thing. You can genuinely tell, oh, this is a person having a genuine fucking mental breakdown right now. And he's filming her, making fun of her. Like, oh, look at
what a
you.
piece
Ha,
of
even the
shit.
dog's laughing at you. Ha ha. And uploading it, I guess. Like
It's
fucked up.
really not a good look where when you search for him, the top 2 recommended terms are allegations and exposed. So not looking good.
Oh.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh, what a douche.
I had like skimmed that it was like a Google Doc, I think, that she posted. I'm pretty sure. Because I think I might revisit
iCloud
it.
documents.
I might make a video.
Yeah,
about
feel
it.
free. There's the iCloud documents. I can link to her tweets for you in the.
I remember seeing the videos. Yeah, thank you. The videos that she posted on Twitter that were like, I mean, he filmed himself of her just like sobbing on the bed, and he's just like, oh, you owe me $200. You have to give me money. Look what she's doing. Like, just because she has to give me money, she's crying, and it's like, what compels you to treat someone like this?
No emotion in his voice. Like, as this woman is fucking like, even if you hate somebody, it's like, you might film it, I guess, maybe for your own protection. So because I think they were married at the time. So I could understand him. No, I'm saying I could understand him filming that for like the court proceedings, for like a divorce proceeding. Like, hey, the judge, this is how our relationship is like. Please divorce us. But he was obviously just mocking her in the video. It wasn't like evidence collecting. It was just mockery. It was just pure bullying.
Narcissism.
Yeah,
he's a fucking lunatic.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
He'd been, for a long time, his whole brain had been rotted by his like absolute excessive drug use. It'd been going on for years.
Like you said, I do remember now. He showed up to the podcast and he was like completely out of it.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Drug use must be a large thing, yeah.
Well, and the fame,
it's that
I
damn
guess.
fentanyl, it'll get you.
He'd apparently flirt with literally anybody on Snapchat without even asking their age, because he just wouldn't give a shit about their age. Not even a factor for him, and all this stuff. And does he have one kid or two? I think he has like more than one from two different.
I think he has two kids.
God damn.
See, this is like, I don't know. You need to, I don't know. Some men, they just become such schizophrenics. Maybe men should be forced to like wait until they're 25 to see if their brains still fucking work. Because
so Jonathan,
this guy genuinely seems like a schizo.
So Jonathan, we're gonna need you to stay on your best behavior. Don't do anything that'll make this show look bad in 4 years. Stay away from drugs. If you please.
I think the key is staying away from Minecraft. If we've learned anything.
I don't want to see you on that Minecraft.
Right.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah, wait. Genuinely, Minecraft does just have so many of those individuals. I'm not sure if it's just because Minecraft is just such a massive property that there are a lot, like it's a large sample size. Like there's a lot of people using it for content.
I think it's correlation, and that's about it. Like Minecraft is so huge, and Minecraft is so popular. Of course, bad people are going to come from it. I mean, you have like a couple of fuckos like this in Minecraft, but think of the thousands of others that have nothing to do with Minecraft. It's, I don't think Minecraft is part of the problem. I think it's just so ubiquitous and interwoven with it that, it just is.
Yeah, as far as we know, EDP 445 never played Minecraft.
As far as we know, Jeffrey Epstein had a Minecraft account.
A server.
It's just Minecraft,
Had his own SMP.
Like, I don't know. I don't think if you dig in the code of Minecraft, you're going to find instructions on how to like beat your girlfriend or anything. I don't think it's part of the problem.
Instructions on how to be a pedophile and stuff. Yeah.
And again, maybe you will.
Yeah, I do think it's just a lot of young kids, man. Because when you go to his music videos now, his Minecraft music videos, the comment section is full of like people going, "Man, I loved your videos. This is really disappointing. Like, I loved your shit 10 years ago. I grew up with your Minecraft Let's Plays, and this is like, I don't know if I can forgive you." I was like, well, you don't have to. Just fucking drop him. It's fine.
Parasocial relationships. God love them.
I hate how people online think that like their forgiveness is so important.
I know.
Like they hold a weapon.
It's fucking pathetic. So if you watch a content creator and let's say they like turn out to beat women or dogs or whatever, you can say, "Oh, I'm disappointed. Oh, I didn't expect it. Oh, that sucks." But if your comments are things like, "I trusted you. You meant the world to me," you are part of the problem and need to stop.
Yeah. Well, but
I'm
to be
not
fair,
going to forgive you.
In their defense, though, the comments, at least that I saw, were like, when I was little, I really liked you. And yada,
Yeah,
yada. You know, I'm not going to get mad at like a fucking 12-year-old who watches somebody 5 hours a day for
but they're not 12
developing a
anymore. They're
bond.
not 12 anymore. That's the point. They're now like 20. There's 10 years later, and they're still going, I'm not going to forgive you. Like, grow up. Fuck.
Yeah,
Move on.
it's people become attached to their content now to the point where it's their life. That's it.
I don't think they do. I think in those situations, it's literally just about trying to exert power over someone else, like saying, I don't know. It seems like a power move saying like, I refuse to forgive you. It was never about you. You weren't the one that was like,
Well,
stuck
I
in a
think
cage
it could.
and mirrors surrounded you.
I think it could be both. I mean, you develop this dynamic where it's you connect with the content. And you're like, oh, they're just like me. Oh, they're like my friend in my brain. Haha. And then when this bad thing happens, you go, well, I don't need them. I'm better than this. Look how I came out on top of this situation that affects all of us. When in reality, it's you're not involved at all.
Yeah.
Well, then
maybe
there's
just
a corollary
feel
to it.
closer to it. Sorry,
the corollary to it pisses me off even more, which is when they go, I forgive you. Well, okay, but he's still like his victims are still victims. Like,
I'm glad
can't
you
forgive
random
him
person on the
for
internet forgives them. Yeah.
it's like you can't forgive him on someone else's behalf. You weren't the victim here. He may have raped somebody, and you're like, yeah, I think you can move past this and grow as a person. Okay.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it's just what happens when everything like this is put in the public world and kind of used as entertainment almost. And if we're all like talking about people that have come on the show and then been through drama recently, have you guys seen the Gus Johnson drama? He was also on the show.
No. Tell us.
Just
God.
it was Jonathan.
Oh, I don't know if
Please.
I can. Yeah, I mean, so what happened is like, how much do you know, Kaya? Like, have you been keeping up at all?
None. Nothing. Sorry.
So he, basically his ex-girlfriend Sabrina came out with a video, back in, I want to say October, where she was talking about her, this really traumatic experience in her life with her pregnancy and her miscarriage and then almost dying as a result.
Yeah.
And she was talking about how like the healthcare system has failed her and like all that, which, and then she was talking about her boyfriend at the time. And so, but she doesn't name Gus. She just keeps saying that her ex-boyfriend, and then people put it together. People were like able to like track like, you know, the dates that she was mentioning, and she was with Gus at the time. And she was basically saying that he was like completely like neglecting her needs and like wouldn't take her to the hospital when she was quite literally dying. She basically, I forget the name of it, but she was internally bleeding at one point after the miscarriage, and she
It was like an endotic. What is it?
it's something with an E.
Starts with an E. It's
like
some kind of like
ectopic
internal.
or something.
Ectopic pregnancy.
Yeah, and it's very severe and life threatening, and she needed someone to take her to the hospital. And Gus was basically like, "Oh, sorry, I've got work. I'm gonna go out drinking with some friends. You know, I can't or whatever." And so instead of taking his girlfriend to the hospital, she had to drive herself. And then she gets there, and they figure out how severe it is. She almost dies. And then, I mean, that's just part of it. There was this whole other thing where
Did
like
the
he was
baby make it?
No, she miscarried, and it was really sad.
Was it like his goal? Because it's coming back to me now. Wasn't he like trying to pressure her into an abortion or something?
Yes, yeah, that was where it started. Was like he was saying that this was gonna fuck up his career, and like he was just very like, and then like even like going through the recovery from the miscarriage and also the surgery that she had that night. You know, he would just say things like, you know, another boyfriend would have like left you by now and stuff. Just really like verbally manipulative shit. Yeah, dude, it's bad. It's bad.
Holy fuck.
I think he's handled it completely wrong. He's gone about it in such a horrible, disingenuous way that it just, to me, doesn't seem like he cares, and he sees this as like an inconvenience for him because he's had to now like cancel his tours and he can't upload and I don't think
he uploaded an apology.
He tried.
Like
well, he uploaded
5
an
days ago.
apology. And then before that he tried to upload like a comeback video, like just a normal video, and people didn't take it very well.
I forgot that he did that in between.
People haven't forgiven him yet.
Was he actually apologetic? Was it like genuine?
When I watched it, it seemed like it. He apologized to her mainly, as opposed to his audience, which I think is what you should always do. Apologize to the actual victim.
Yeah.
Well, you should ideally do that in private.
Yeah,
too,
apology videos are stage play. Like, none of it fucking matters. Let's say I really piss Jackson off. I fucking like offend him and I do something terrible.
That's never happened before.
So let's say Jackson is just seething at me. It doesn't fucking matter if I apologize to Jackson on the podcast or make a YouTube video. I could right now DM him or call him or whatever and say, Jackson, I'm sorry, man. And we could work everything out behind the scenes. It doesn't matter. Everything else is for show.
Not if you piss me off so bad that I blocked you and everything.
Well, then, I mean, again, there's circumstances to take into account. But for the most part, public apologies like that are just like to calm the audience down and be like, look, I am apologizing. Look, I did it.
No, you're right. You're right. And it's up to the victim to accept it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was going to say,
exactly,
I do understand,
Jonathan.
though, when victims like her make this public, because I assume she did, like, I mean, it sounds like she did everything in her power to, like, elicit any sort of compassion from him and, like, an apology, and when he just wouldn't give a shit. Yeah, I kind of get calling him out publicly, like making this public.
And she did it in like the most respectful, like she wasn't trying to like sabotage him because she didn't even name him. Like I think this was just she mentioned in the video that like he forced her to like stay silent, like she couldn't tell anybody, not even her parents, like when she was in the hospital going through all of this.
Oh my god.
And so I think this was just her like reclaiming that and just like being able to talk about it, because she said like she only told like one friend throughout all of this, and now she's making this video. And after his recent apology, she said on Twitter that she didn't accept it, and that, you know, he's basically lying even then, and all this. And so it's very, yeah, she had like an entire, like, she was basically saying that he lied, that they went to couples counseling, that they actually hadn't, or when they went to like
wait, I saw that.
They went to they went to like, it wasn't like the type of
TikTok counselor or something.
Yeah, it wasn't the type of like relationship therapy that he was making it out to be, like that had all this credibility. She was saying that they went to like this TikTok counseling session, Jesus. and during those they didn't even talk about her trauma. They just talked about like Gus wanting to fuck other women and her being okay with it. That's what she said on her Twitter, at least. So I don't know.
The TikTok counseling session done over like 20-second clips? Like, how does that even work?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I don't know what that
TikTok
means.
counseling.
I don't know. But that's what she said.
Smash cuts with dances in between. Like, yeah, he abuses me, yada yada. Like 20 seconds of this.
Lip syncing.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, sounds like he wanted to.
Wild, dude.
He wanted to force her to get an abortion, and when she wouldn't, then he basically did everything in his power to not help her not have a miscarriage, essentially. What a dick.
Yeah, I actually can't find that tweet. Do you remember where it was?
It was it was from a few days ago. It was like right after he I would imagine it's still up. It might not be. I had to scroll a little bit when I was looking for it too. Let me look.
In situations like this, I always advocate for dealing with this privately and personally between them. But if he, like Kai said, if he's not affording her that,
found it.
If he's not affording her that, then yeah, this makes sense.
I mean, if he's not even affording her to privately deal with this and cope with this with her friends and telling her not to even talk to her parents, fuck you. I mean, at that point, all bets are off.
Shitty.
Mm-hmm.
Like the shit that she had to go through, and then she has to like suffer in silence just so his squeaky clean career doesn't take a hit. Eat shit.
Yeah, but ideally, like Gus comes away from this and changes to be just a better person, and failing that, maybe if he can't become a better partner in a relationship, just don't enter relationships then.
Yeah.
Well, they want to fucking fuck.
Comes down
positive change,
and
hopefully I can come to forgive him in my Twitter post.
I don't.
Hopefully I can find it in me to forgive him. Yeah. Gus, I just need some time, please. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or should we start wrapping up?
It's up to you guys.
Good time to wrap.
Jonathan, shout really your stuff again, out.
So. Yeah, YouTube is just J Aubrey. My Twitter is JAubreyYT. And then Instagram is also that, even though I don't post there. So that's pretty much it. Those
What's
are
your TikTok?
I don't post on TikTok, sadly. Maybe not yet, at least. I don't know. Maybe at some point. But
thank you very much for joining us, man. It was so super nice to have you on.
Yeah, it's been great.
It was awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome to talk to you. Like I said, I'm a big fan of your content.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you inviting me. That's really good.
All right, and thank you to everyone listening at home for sticking with us for an hour and a half. We appreciate your time and attention, and if you would like to support us in other ways, we have a Patreon at patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. We have bonus episodes over there, and we also have movie nights. I just released a bonus episode on Patreon where we discussed rather thoughtfully, I might say, we discussed porn addiction and if porn is a good or bad thing. And the comments were pretty enlightening over there. Pretty split, actually. People said they really enjoyed that more... I don't know, more educated take on the...
Finally, something we know what we're talking about. Yeah.
You're so educated.
We do know our porn. So you can head on over there to listen to that and find out what our opinions are. It was split 50-50, actually, which is pretty cool. Apart from that, this has been the official podcast, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.